Hello everyone, thank you for watching CCN Crown City News. This special edition, I'm Tammy Devine. As you might know, we have a segment in our regular newscast called On Camera with Tammy Devine. Sometimes we extend that segment to introduce you to someone that has gone through a lot of pain but makes it through to inspire others in a show we call On Camera Playing Through the Pain. Today we introduce you to Udo Strutinski. Thank you so much, Udo, for going on camera with me.
My pleasure.
All right, you work in the San Gabriel Valley, is that right?
Yes.
Can you tell me, what do you do?
I'm an attorney.
You're an attorney in this,
yes.
It's Alhambra, I think, right?
Alhambra.
Okay, all right, very good. And you're here to speak out about abuse that you say you've suffered from a priest. Why do you talk about it on camera?
Well, ever since I was made aware of the law that California had passed in 2002, that people who had been abused by priests in the past could come forward and file claims against their abusers, against the church. I decided that something I had buried, and I had buried it for close to 50 years. If it was going to come out, I might as well let it all hang out, rather than just quietly go, be an anonymous plaintiff, never do interviews or anything, because all this time, in addition to having to fight against the memories and fight against the pain, I've also had to keep my anger under control.
And maybe it might even help other people to hear about your story, huh?
Absolutely, absolutely. I feel that this is the greatest healing thing that I can do for myself, is to help others to heal.
Where did this abuse take place?
Various locations, but in the Los Angeles area. The very first time the abuse happened, it was actually somewhere around here in the San Gabriel Valley. This priest I'd come to know, who was simply a resident at the school where the Jesuit faculty were residents, gave me a call. I didn't even know he knew my phone number, and just said, "It's a hot day, do you want to go swimming?" And so I said, sure. I was very surprised and actually pleased.
And how old were you?
14, 15.
So what happened?
Well, he took me to this house. As I say, we were going east, and I just remember there was a circular driveway. It was a quiet neighborhood. It was a circular driveway. San Gabriel Mission wasn't far away. And there was a little fountain in a courtyard in front of the entrance to the house. We went inside. He brought out some swim trunks and said, "Well, here are 3 sizes. Pick the one that fits you. Make sure you don't get something that's going to come off when you're swimming in the pool." I remember he said that. And I went and swam. I know beforehand he wanted me to do his back with suntan lotion, then he did mine. So far,
did it send off alarm bells yet?
No. At that point, no. I was feeling a little uncomfortable. I didn't do other people's backs. I didn't grow up. I mean, just my family was my mother and myself. She was bringing me up. So.
So with 2 minutes left in this segment, I'd like to get into a little more detail about things that the priest did to you that were wrong and that were uncomfortable. I do want to warn parents that maybe children shouldn't hear all of this. But would you go ahead and explain the things that were wrong, illegal, that he did to you?
Well, I guess the first thing, and it probably doesn't seem like it, is he offered me something to drink. I said that was fine, but then it was something alcoholic, which bothered me because I wasn't really interested. I didn't drink at that age. I still don't really drink. And he said, well, I can't find anything that you would like except this. And it was called Cointreau.
And that was alcoholic?
It was. And it was like syrup, except it had the alcohol and it was foul. I thought it was dreadful. But he said, well, drink up, you'll like it.
And then what happened?
Then he wanted to talk. We were just talking, and then he said, well, I think it's about time to get ready to go. And he started to put his finger in the waistband of my swim trunks, started to pull them down. And I said, oh, thank you very much. I can go and do that myself. And he said, don't talk. And he pulled down my swim trunks, and he began to fondle my private parts. And I was horrified. I kept trying to take his hand away. And so he reached out with his other hand, grabbed both of mine, and just held them down. And then he came with his head and started to kiss me down there and to manipulate. And
this, what's happening in your inside your head as this is happening?
First, I couldn't believe it was happening. Second, I wish there was some hole as big maybe as the prick of a pin that I could escape into another universe.
And how often did this end up happening? Was it a one-time thing, or
No.
did it? So being neighbors, pretty much.
Right.
He would.
Multiple times over 3 years.
Okay. All right. All right. Wow. That is very difficult to hear, and I can't imagine what a child, you know, a young boy feels going through something like that. But more with Udo Strutinski, who talks about his abuse by a Catholic priest, a Jesuit priest, when we return with a special edition of CCN Crown City News. We'll be right back.